let's talk about box lacrosse.
The battle for the Mann Cup is happening right now in Canada. This is a best-of-7 series for the Senior Men's Championship in Canada.
The championship is played for between two leagues, the WLA and the MSL.
This is East versus West.
Well, West versus East.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah, meaning like WLA is West, MSL is East.
On the West side, the Westminster Salmon Bellies are 2-1 against the Peterborough Lakers. The Peterborough Lakers are who John Grant Jr. played for. Just as like an FYI.
Yeah, just like basically saying like they're really legit.
And it was just an opportunity to show like a cool John Grant Jr. highlight.
Yes. So to get updates on the Mann Cup and to find out more, you can follow our new account, TLN Box. It's linked in the description. It's our source on Instagram for box lacrosse news, highlights, and everything that you want to see for box lacrosse.
When we talked to Joe Walters about his experience playing box, specifically moving from the field game to the box game, his experience playing for the Mann Cup, he notes as like one of the most influential parts of growing his box game.
The level of play is really high, and it's just one of those things in our sport that is not covered as much as like NLL or college or MLL, but it's something that's really important to a lot of people in the sport and develops a lot of players. For more information on the Mann Cup and all things box, you can follow our new Instagram account at TLN Box. And I'm assuming all of the box lacrosse fans watching right now are like, hey, what's the deal? These guys haven't even mentioned the new Philly franchise. We just did.
There you go.
If you didn't hear, Comcast just announced that they purchased the Philadelphia franchise. We will link the article in the description, but we'll follow up next week with more information. The only thing I want to bring up is the last time Philly had a franchise, Colin went behind the scenes with them. It was like really intense and cool, and Rabel played for them and Westervelt, and so like it's just a lot of things happening in box lacrosse right now.
But the last thing about box lacrosse, if you haven't seen our mini doc, American Built Box, it came out last week. Like, what are you doing? Watch it. Stop playing there. Like, stop watching this.
Like, you good, bro?
You good, bro?
Yeah. I agree.
Whoa, that was a lot of box lacrosse.
Probably the most we've ever talked about it. Monday was September 11th, and in remembrance, a lot of people within the lacrosse community were sending around a story about a guy named Wells Crowther. He played lacrosse at Boston College and was credited for saving upwards of 10 lives during the attacks on September 11th.
The video is called The Man in the Red Bandana, and it's the story of Wells and his heroic efforts of taking people safely down from the buildings and going back up and doing it again.
So Wells actually just worked in the building. He wanted to be a firefighter and he had an application out to become one. But during the attacks, he was just working in the building and he acted so heroically, saving all these people. And he unfortunately died while trying to save these people. But each of the people that he did save was able to tell that it was Wells by the red bandana that he always used to wear.
ESPN did a story about this called The Man in the Red Bandana. There's been a lot of articles and different videos produced about Wells and his efforts. And now Wells' story has been turned into a feature film. Wells is a really special member of our lacrosse community and someone who's remembered not only on September 11th, but through a lot of different events in the year at Boston College and just within the community.
So we wanted to highlight this story. There is a link in the description to watch more about Wells
and find out where the movie is playing in a theater near you. So go out, watch the movie, share the story. He's an amazing member of our community.
TLN Nation this week was all about the low angle challenge.
People have submitted their low angle challenge, but we're still getting more.
And people are taking it a step further.
Like literally,
Like
steps further.
Kyle Harrison hit this one from way back. Look at his face.
And Matt Rambo also submitted a long distance low angle challenge.
Taylor Cummings got in on it, as did Lyle Thompson.
We also saw this BTB low angle challenge, and Connor Kelly sent one from the new Cole Field House in Maryland.
So as always, if you have clips that you want us to see, you can hashtag TLN Nation, tag TLN Nation, or just send us a DM.
My question is like, what is the next community challenge after the low angle one?
There's gonna be one for sure.
So if you guys have ideas for another lacrosse community challenge, comment them below. I just love when the whole community is doing one thing and submitting videos for one thing. It's just so cool.
Remember back when Call Me Maybe was like super popular?
Yeah.
Every team was submitting like Call Me Maybe parody videos?
Yeah.
I'm just saying that was a good time.
That would be cool.
I enjoyed watching those.
Sure.
Yeah. Comment below, what should the entire lacrosse community do next?
Something that we haven't done in a while.
Q&A.
Questions from last week's Weekly Watch in the comment section of YouTube. From Tyler Vassell. Who do you guys think is going to win the MLL championship next year?
I think it could very well be the Machine versus the Outlaws again, but I think the Outlaws will take it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean...
And I'd just like to see that. I want to see this rivalry back and forth.
From Andrew Latin, Q&A, who is your favorite Canadian player? I really like Wes Berg.
Yep.
He's super fun to watch.
I mean, I know he's retired, but John Grant Jr., obviously.
I mean, one of the greatest of all time.
Incredible. Gavin says, are the Zards going to be hype in 2018?
I don't know.
I can't answer that.
Let's ask Paul.
What do I owe this pleasant surprise?
Gavin asked, are the Zards going to be hype in 2018?
Well, Gavin, if what you mean by hype is 2018 champs, then yeah.
All right, there it is.
There it is. You heard it here first, Gavin.
All right, thanks, Paul.
So there's your answer. Henry asked, favorite food. My favorite food, I think, in the world is pasta. Like, I think I just would eat pasta every day.
Probably burritos.
Really?
I love burritos. Come on.
Okay.
Colin, how do squirrels sleep on planes? That doesn't...
What does that mean?
I've never seen a squirrel on a plane, let alone one that was sleeping on a plane. Tim, are you guys ever going to come to Europe? I'm going to say yes. I don't know when, though. John Nelson, Jake or Logan Paul?
So, I have...
Logan Paul.
Yeah, Logan Paul.
Brian, Samir should get rid of his beard. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
And Colin should grow a beard.
okay.
Well, problem with that is I can't grow a beard.
And the problem with that is I can't shave this. From Ferry, you guys should make a road to Israel with the Dutch national team.
That sounds cool. That's it for the Weekly Watch. Remember, the link is in the description for The Man in the Red Bandana on where you can see it when the film comes out.
Make sure to comment below with the next community challenge for lacrosse. What should we all be filming ourselves doing? Comment any questions below. We are back with Q&A. Follow TLN Box. Stay tuned for Mann Cup news. Subscribe to this channel, like this video, and I think that's it. Peace! That was it, right?
Yeah, that's it. We're done. See ya.
Okay.